Hello, welcome back to the second episode of the EL Journey podcast. Once again, I'm Leo. I'm joined by
Lewis and Tom.
Okay, brilliant. I'll hand to Lewis. He's going to give us a schedule for today's episode and what we're going to be talking about.
So, for today's episode, we'll be talking about the top 5 grounds in the Europa League, and then we'll be talking about. We've all come up with our best lineup for the most recent games. So, we'll all be discussing our who we think will deserve to be in there. So it could be a controversial one, but it should be okay for that. And then we'll be doing talking about the results that went on, and then also who we think's going to go through into the next round. So we'll get straight into the grounds. And so the first one is San Siro.
Yeah, that's our number one. We're going to go to San Siro, obviously in Milan, obviously shared with Inter and AC, but obviously only Inter Milan will be using it in this stadium. The reason we put it top is it's just one of those iconic stadiums around Europe where amazing players have played, like Ronaldo, Maldini, Baresi, like Zlatan's played there a few times. So it's it's 80,000 capacity. It's the biggest stadium in the Europa League, and it's hosted like Champions League finals, hosted World Cup games as well in Italia '90. And the atmosphere is incredible there. So yeah, that's the reason we put it first.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the top 5 stadiums in Europe, San Siro is always there. Never mind Europa League. So
100%.
It'd be a shame to see it go this season.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to see it not get knocked down. But it's an iconic stadium, and when it was just fantastic because the ultras are always there singing from the first minute to the last minute, and it's even there an hour before kickoff and an hour after kickoff. It's incredible. So yeah, that's our number one. We can go over to number 2, which we'll put as Old Trafford, which obviously is my home stadium. That's where I like to go most weeks. Reason we put it second, again, it's just another iconic stadium in the Europa League. Also in the world, I think, again, if you look at top 5 stadiums in Europe, even not top 5, some people might agree, but top 10 stadiums in Europe.
It's always up there, isn't it?
It's the biggest.
Apart from Wembley, it's the biggest in the UK. So
exactly, yeah, and it's
hosted the Olympics a few years ago.
Olympics, it's hosted Champions League finals. Yeah. It's seen amazing players played there as well. I think everyone loves to play the Theatre of Dreams. So yeah, second. Atmosphere-wise, I think it's okay.
It's not the best in recent years.
No, but I feel like that's probably down to the football that Man United have been playing and stuff like that. But when it gets going under the floodlights, it can be a really, I won't say hostile setting, but it can be, players can shirk there, can't they? So, yeah.
When you come under like a big stadium and all that, like players have always got dreams of wanting to play there.
Yeah, it's a fantastic stadium. I think number 2 in Europa League, just behind the San Siro. And then we're going to move on to number 3.
Yeah, number 3 we went with the Estádio Sport Lisboa e Benfica, which is the Portuguese stadium, of course, home to Benfica FC, which the 64,000 capacity, the biggest in Portugal, and obviously hosted the Champions League final in 2014, I believe it was. So yeah, quite a little bit of a dark horse entry, but I think one that deserves a place.
Benfica are always really good fans as well. They're always 100% behind the team. And it's hosted a European Championship final where Portugal lost to Greece. But again, it's just another. It's called a Stadium of Light in English. One of the English names for it is the Stadium of Light. But it's nothing like Sunderland's.
Probably better than Sunderland.
It's a bit better than Sunderland's. Yeah,
I think the infrastructure is quite special. If you look at the stadium.
And it connotes to the red of their colours anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's our number 3. Getting close now to the. And then number 4, we're going to go with.
So we've got the Emirates in London. So that's Arsenal Stadium. So it's a newer stadium compared to some of the others.
Yeah.
As it was, Arsenal used to be in Highbury.
Yeah. I think Arsenal fans probably prefer Highbury to the Emirates, but it's. I think if you ask most people who have been there, they say it's probably one of the nicest stadiums in England because it's just because the English how comfortable it is. And but atmosphere-wise, is it the best you've ever been to? Would you say?
What'd you say, Tom? Because we know you.
I mean, I did a tour of the Emirates a few years ago, but I mean the stadium is really nice. It is. I've not been to a game, so I can't judge that. But the little things such as the sort of dome shape to try and enclose the atmosphere, if they have one, is pretty big. But and also sort of the modern technology of the Emirates, I think, is one of the better ones in the Premier League. So sort of things like recycling the water and making sure that it goes into the energy.
I think probably the thing that does, what's not so great about it is ticket prices.
Yeah,
it's always
ridiculous.
very expensive.
They've got one of the most expensive season ticket prices.
I think they make the most money out of match day revenue on the gates, stuff like that. So
yeah, don't surprise me.
It does, because when you look at like German football and other leagues around Europe, it's not cheap, but it's quite cheap compared to the Premier League. So
yeah, I mean, if Arsenal Fan TV win, then they need to have something to rant about. So
But it's just like the only negative we can also see about it as well is that it can be a bit hostile. So like when Arsene Wenger was in, then all the fans would turn on.
When the fans turn on the manager, which they have done a few times in the past 5 years, obviously Wenger and then Unai Emery as well.
Even Xhaka, players like
even
that.
Xhaka, like the players and managers feel the pressure at the stadium, because Arsenal fans, they expect much, but they probably deserve it so, because they were one of the best teams in the world. Like
from the recent history, from their history, like they should want a bit. They deserve a bit more than what they're getting at the moment, but
I feel like with Arteta at the helm, they've really started to improve.
Yeah.
So that's why we put it fourth. And the last one is
the fifth one is the Commerzbank Arena. That's Eintracht Frankfurt Stadium. So that's in Germany, and it's a 52,000 stadium. And I've been there myself. It's good, very good atmosphere. There's always flags going. There's always pyrotechnics. And then there's if there's a goal, you can always hit. It will always come up on the screen, and then it's just a good atmosphere, really. Yeah. And then around the ground, like before kick-off, there's just always like 100%. It's like a loud atmosphere, and there's things to do, and so like when you go there, it's a friendly club-wise for fans. Because when we went, we met some just some nice people. We started talking to them, but even though they lost, they were still chanting till the 90th minute.
I feel like you get that with German clubs. I feel like whenever you watch a Bundesliga game, the stadiums are always full. You never see an empty stadium, do you?
Yeah.
Especially like you look at the yellow wall at Dortmund, Bayern's are always full. Even like teams like Cologne, they get 55,000 every week, even though they're not doing too well. Like, because first of all, the tickets are quite cheap compared to the Premier League, compared to other leagues, and it's just that loyalty of every single week. They'll turn up no matter what, and they really always make a really brilliant atmosphere there. So yeah.
But it's like when you saw them last year against Chelsea, but when there was a new away end, the amount of atmosphere they was making there.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. So so when they were taking on some of Europe's biggest teams, teams feared like Chelsea couldn't go in there. I think they drew 1-1 there, didn't they? So it's a fantastic stadium, and that concludes our top 5 stadiums of the Europa League. There's probably some more stadiums which probably should get a mention, but that's our top 5. But
few unlucky ones.
You can all discuss in the comments what you believe.
Exactly. There's probably some we missed out, but obviously it's your
let us know.
Our opinion. Let us know. So then now we're going to move on to our team of the weeks for the round of 32 first legs.
We just want to let you know we all haven't seen each other's teams. It's all confidential because we want to keep this professional.
100%. So we're just going to go through most of the positions just to see whether we agree, disagree on who would get onto our team of the week.
Yeah, so you and me, Leah, we did 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah. Lewis, what formation did you end up going with?
I went for a 3-4-3.
Okay.
A little bit different.
All right, okay. No, that's fine.
That. So we're going to go through each position one by one. We're going to try and argue the player that we think, and then we're going to have an idea.
A vote, a vote of. So goalkeeper, for me, hates me to say it really, but I put Simon Mignolet of Club Brugge.
Okay.
My reason behind it is, first week got an assist. Goalkeepers don't get assists or goals. And he made a couple of really good saves, and pushing Martial tipped it onto the post. So yeah, I'd give it Mignolet. Had a good game against United on Thursday. Lewis, who did you go for?
So we haven't discussed it, but I also went for Simon Mignolet.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think the assist is quite a big achievement for him, and then I just thought he had a good game overall. As I've seen the game, I just thought he did well.
Well, he had a better game than Romero, definitely. the other goal. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Tom, who did you go for the end?
I mean, voted that anyway, but I went with Brent Leno from Arsenal.
Leno from Arsenal. Well, what were you reasoning?
I mean, I watched the game.
Yeah.
I thought, clean sheet away from home, Olympiacos isn't an easy ask, especially with that defence in front of you. But
Yeah.
Arsenal, they seem to have turned things around. He's looked good recently. He made 3 big saves to keep them in.
Cool. Yeah.
So who?
I would put.
I feel like it's 2 against 1.
Yeah, I
I
think the assist.
He did concede, but like it was he did nothing much he could do about it. It was a good goal.
So
Mignolet's
in goal for our team of the week so far is Simon Mignolet.
So well done, lad.
Okay, so
Right, so you've done 3 centre backs,
Yeah.
obviously. So should me and Tom talk about right backs? Then you
yeah,
can join.
that's fine.
So who did you go for a right back, Tom?
a left back actually. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
no
worries.
I went with Oliveira from Getafe.
Okay.
Who
Well,
I believe is a left back. So
Didn't he get a booking there as well?
he might have done. He got 2 assists. So
Yeah.
Well,
clean sheet at home to Ajax is not too bad.
Yeah,
interesting you
totally.
say that because I went for the right back of Getafe,
Okay.
Suarez.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Who-
They both
why?
had a good game.
Well, yeah, they both had.
Why did you go with him?
I just because obviously gets a clean sheet 2-0 away, 2-0 against Ajax. But I watched the game. He made some really good runs. Like didn't put a foot wrong. But I feel like with your guy Oliveira making 2 assists, I feel like he has to probably go in there at right back.
Not to spoil the future positions, did you not go with him a left back?
No, I did not
Okay,
go for
so
the left back.
That could work. What about you, Liv?
Okay.
So,
Well,
name me first centre backs. Obviously, you got 3 centre backs.
first centre back is Willy Bolly from Wolves, because I've spoke to some Wolves fans, as I know quite a few, and they said he had a good game as a whole, and with him at centre back, they always look solid because he was injured for quite a bit of this season, to be fair. So it's just, I think he's quite an integral part of their team. So I think and he even showed against Espanyol on Thursday.
Yeah, gets a clean sheet, 4-0 winners. You can't really argue with that.
Exactly.
So I'll name one of my first centre backs. One of my first centre backs was Diego Godin for Inter Milan. He actually got the man of the match of the game and kept a clean sheet away in Ludogorets in Bulgaria. Like it's like again another hostile atmosphere. They've gone there 2-2-0. They're probably going to win the go post around the 16th. Yeah, Diego Godin was in mine.
I mean, he's a modern legend of this tournament. Isn't he?
So much.
So to agree on a right back for you, so we'll just keep it as a 4-3-3 if you
So
want.
yeah, the right back is going to be Oliveira. He played left back for Getafe, but we'll put him in the team because I feel like he has to.
I think
two
he has
assists.
to go.
Yeah, 2 assists. He can't really. From the modern day fullback, that's what you want nowadays, isn't it?
Against a top team like Ajax.
Exactly,
It's
100%. So we'll put
and the clean sheet.
We've all discussed one centre back.
Tom, do you want? Let's go to Tom. Do you want to throw another centre back in the mix, and then maybe we'll have like 3 centre backs, and we'll choose 2 of them, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would go with Sebastian Coates.
Oh, that I've also chosen.
Are you going with that?
Sebastian Coates.
Yep. Goal versus Istanbul.
Yeah, exactly.
A bit of a revolutionised defender, actually.
So I feel like maybe the 2 should be because you both put Coates. So
I was going to go with more of the. Because I went for 3. I also chose Godin as well.
Yeah, so maybe if we put as a 2, Sebastian Coates and Godin, because I feel like you both put Coates and we'll be.
Who is your other one?
Mine was Comer from Basel, because
Okay.
I looked at the Who Scored ratings, got 7.8 out of 10, which is a decent, and they won 3-0 away in Apoel. They got a clean sheet, so, but yeah, for Coates, didn't get a clean sheet, but he scored, so he's given that crucial away goal, so fair enough. And so I say Coates and Godin is probably a good back two.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I would also suggest, but I think I'd go with those 2, is Christian Aher from Celtic.
Christian Costafire.
That's
yes.
nice. So, a strong performance,
And we
away
didn't
from
talk
home.
about Celtic yet, but they had a good point.
And
away.
Copenhagen has 9 goals in 5 games, so he's done all right.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think those 2 would go with Coates
So
and Godin.
Coates and Godin as our
So
two
at the
centre backs.
moment we've
That's
got
fine.
Simon Mignolet, left back Oliveira, centre backs Diego Godin, and other centre back Sebastian Coates.
Sebastian Coates is the one that used to play for Liverpool.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so we needed a
Left back.
yeah.
Yeah. Left back.
So we got Oliveira at right
Oliver
back.
playing
right
right
back.
back, left back.
Okay.
The one I went with was Bukayo Saka for Arsenal.
Well, I think I'd agree. I think
He's
sensational
been
form,
yeah,
right?
exactly, sensational. And considering he really isn't a left back, he was playing like left wing at the start of the season
true.
for Unai
Yeah.
Emery.
Yeah.
To go with left back, he's playing really well. Like, I think he's like 9 or 10 assists this season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
obviously, when because Kolasinac started against Everton and it went off injured. I'm not saying Arsenal fans were happy that Kolasinac was injured, but I feel like they were happy that Saka was getting on because because the ball that he put in for Nketiah and the ball that the assist for Lacazette as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's just really fond of his form at the moment. So I reckon, yeah.
I mean, it goes back to our podcast last week about younger players getting a chance in these sort of games. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like, many players at a hostile arena like in the Olympiacos would maybe not
Yeah.
done as well, but he's gone there, got an assist, and got his team the 3
I mean,
points.
I will third that. He was also down for me. Clean sheet and assist away at Olympiacos is not too bad at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Left back, we're gonna go.
with Bukayo Saka.
That's
Bukayo
our back
Saka.
4 and keeper.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
back-
all sorted. So for midfield then,
I'm sure we could agree here.
Is
on
there like one midfielder that has to go in no matter what?
I
Like,
think Kostic from Frankfurt.
Kostic, okay.
okay, I haven't put Kostic in mine,
You're right.
but I think one that I think that should go in is Ruben Neves.
Oh yeah,
Neves is in.
he's one of
Because-
mine. To be fair,
'cause he's
I
just-
thought that
He's just an
That-
unbelievable
Just
player.
for the goal.
It's just for the
that goal was
great
sensational. Like he's done it before when he's in the Championship for Wolves against Cardiff, but
Yeah.
that was a sensation.
I mean, how he was wasting his time in the Championship, I've no idea.
people always say like doesn't score tap-ins, and it's just the truth. He literally only scores screamers.
Goal of the round.
Probably
Easily.
goal of the round.
The keeper's never going to say that.
Yeah, it
No.
was just to touch on his chest, bring it down, brilliant.
So the first centre mid,
Ruben Neves.
yeah, that's fine.
And okay, so Tom's any other centre mids that you'd like to throw in the mix?
I had Ericsson. A
I've
goal
al-
away at Ludogorets.
I've also
Yeah.
got Christian Eriksen.
Right.
What about you, Lewis?
I've got Kai Havertz
Kai Havertz.
because he got a goal. He got a goal. The goal was a penalty, but I thought he had a good game as well. So.
He did. I would argue that he did miss the penalty
Yeah.
as well, and then got to retake it to
Yeah.
score. But
Oh right.
I can see that.
But Eriksen, I put Eriksen because it's his first goal in for Inter Milan.
yeah,
And it's going to do his confidence world of good, and he had a good game as well. So
Well,
Eriksen,
that's fine.
and I think so. We've got Eriksen and Neves, both former Premier League players.
indeed.
And the last one that I've gone with, which to be honest, I generally forgot about this man, and I should have put him in, and I didn't. But now I've now realised I should have put him in. Is Yanis Hadji for Rangers? As I'm
Okay.
playing,
Yeah.
I'm going to play him in as centre midfield.
Well, that's another person I was going to have.
Because I originally didn't put him in, and I have to go in today, and I saw someone else's.
Yeah,
And I've 2 goals. I can't believe I forgot him. 2 goals for Rangers.
that's true. I mean, I have Hadji as a winger. so
Okay, right.
we can go with that. The only
Yeah.
one I had was Maximovic from Getafe again.
Okay.
So I just think, if he ran their midfield to keep the likes of Ziyech and Van der Beek quiet is going to always
Yeah.
be quite impressive. Not an easy ask. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he was in there for me.
I think you play Yanis Hadji's like centre mid, like central attacking midfielder, like his dad did. So I think
Yeah.
he's a similar player to his dad, isn't he?
I mean, he's got to be in. So
Can we
Yeah.
agree with that then?
yeah,
we
Yanis
can go
Hadji.
with that.
So front,
That's
got
pretty good.
midfield three of
there.
Neves, Eriksen, and Yanis Hadji.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
obviously
so-
Georgie Hadji, an unbelievable player.
I will just say I have Hadji at left winger, so
Yeah.
that's me done for that. The 2
Well,
goals.
the left winger that I put up there was Diego Jota,
I've got Jota as well.
Okay.
because
He had a sensation.
sensational. Scored a hat trick. He's
3
back to
goals.
back hat tricks in the Europa League. So he got in the last
Yeah.
group stage game.
I
Good
think.
Prosciutto.
Should we just say our front 3 here because
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way that this could go?
Right. So my front 3 is Kamada. Also got a hat trick for Frankfurt.
Uh-huh.
Then front Cabral for Basel, who got a goal and an assist
Good job.
away at Apple Nicosia.
Okay, so my front 3 is Jota, Lucas Alario from Bayern Leverkusen. He got a goal in that game. I thought he deserved it. I thought he's done well previously. Kamada. So, I believe he got a hat trick, and
Yeah.
I think he did well in that game. So,
And I feel like if you score a hat trick, you
Yeah.
really should be in team of the week, no
Yeah.
matter what.
I mean, Salzburg's good side. So
Yeah.
Salzburg are a good side. Obviously, they had Haaland and Minamino taken away from them, but
Yeah.
they still
anyone that gets a hat trick's in.
exactly. Anyone gets a hat trick
Got
in the Europa League, so I think Kamada and Jota have to go in for me. Is there
Yeah.
anyone else? Maybe you got a striker. Have you got?
I mean, I went with Hadji's obviously in on the left, Kamada on the right, and then I went with Jota up front. So
So Kamada and Jota are
That's
definitely
fine.
there.
yeah.
yeah,
So,
And it's probably between me and Lewis. Is it Lucas Alario or Cabral, who plays at Basel?
you said goal and assist.
Goal assist for Cabral.
I'd
But-
go.
But he was away at Apple Nicosia. Apple Nicosia not the greatest team.
Well,
Bayer Leverkusen were
They're
playing
playing
Porto,
Porto.
who were a decent side.
he got the goal. I thought he had a good game.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind putting Luke Solario in there.
Let's go with that then.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
You want to just read that back through?
That's fine. So
So yeah,
the whole team. So in goal, Simon Mignolet. Right back, Oliveira. Centre back, Diego Godin. And then the other centre back is Sebastian Cortes. Left back is Bukayo Saka. Then we go into the midfield. First midfielder we've got is Ruben Neves. The other centre mid is Christian Eriksen, and the other one is Hadji from Rangers. And then if we go into the forwards now, we've got Diego Jota, and we've got Lucas Lario and Kamada. So that's the full team that we've got there.
yeah, that's a pretty good team to be honest.
And who's that manager going to be?
Oh yes, manager of the week.
Let's
well,
throw him in there.
I don't know. I feel like we've all got the same one. I've got one.
Mine's Nuno Espirito Santo.
That is mine.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that is also mine. Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah, I can see that. I would just argue the state of Espanyol at the moment is...
Yeah, it's a good argument,
not
but I just
great.
feel like if you win 4-0 at home, no way goals conceded in the Europa League. And
yeah,
you say Espanyol set them up at the moment, but Wolves have never played in the have not played in the Europa League for a while, have they?
that's true.
And then-
And the job he's done.
Exactly, the
Exactly
job he's
to
done
none.
is brilliant. So for me, he would be manager of the week.
Who's you saying, Tom?
Who was your throw the hat?
You'll like this one, Lee. I said Gerrard. I said Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
I said that because, they come back from 2 goals down to win the game against, Braga, a good side.
Yeah.
And then I also look back, they qualified in a tough group with the likes of Feyenoord and Young Boys to get second.
And
It's
and
good
Porto,
for Rangers.
Porto as well, wasn't it, in their group? As
Yeah,
well?
I think they topped the group. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
a
but
good
I think my
turnaround,
argument would be for that one is Wolves are probably going to go through. Rangers,
yeah.
it's not looking. They've
We
got a
did
lead.
fight you off last week, Rangers.
They've
fans,
got a
so-
lead, but Braga
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them 2 away goals have every chance of going through the
mean,
next round, don't they? So
Let's stick Nuno in.
yeah, we're going to
So we're going to agree with Nuno Espirito
Nuno
Santo?
Espirito
Sounds
Santo
good.
as manager of the week. Well done. Well,
That's fine.
fantastic.
So that's all come to an end for that. So
That's it. So yeah, team of the week, fantastic.
So, if you want to talk about what we spoke about last week, we spoke about the English teams and how we thought they'd do. So,
we should just go back to our chosen games, and then we'll review them, just review them, and then we'll say how do you think the second leg's going to go. So we'll start with Olympiacos Arsenal, Tom. So obviously that finished 1-0 to Arsenal. How did the game go for Arsenal? Was it straightforward or?
I wouldn't say straightforward. I'd say, we expected the result. I said they'd win by a goal. It did.
Yeah.
Lacazette netted his second in as many games, so
Yeah,
big confidence boost for him.
Saka got another assist, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
So,
A big moment for him. And then obviously Socrates slamming the crossbar in his own country was
yeah.
the highlight for me. But I think Arteta made 5 changes to the team that beat Newcastle just a few days earlier, and then
Yeah.
to recall Lacazette as the lone striker was a bold move, and it was a good performance. It was one I expected them to win. They did, so they'll take that. It's a good result back to the Emirates, and that's 9 games unbeaten for Arsenal now.
Well, obviously they beat Everton at the weekend.
That
as
makes
well.
10.
That makes 10. Makes it 10.
Indeed,
So
I think
they're really
that's good.
starting to get going under Arteta, and they're looking at. I feel like the Sunday's game at Everton. I don't think they would have won that under Unai Emery or Freddie Ljungberg. I don't think they would have won
it's
it.
a fair point. And just going back to this, I think the fact that the Greek league leaders and Olympiacos hoping to maintain their invincible form is pretty impressive to go there and win. So, a good result for the Gunners actually.
Yeah. So, do you back them to get through? Do you think Olympiacos can cause a shock at the Emirates?
I don't think so. I think Arsenal have enough now.
I think they've got the advantage now.
Yeah, the away goal.
Yeah,
I believe Arsenal will go through. But stranger things have happened.
the magic of the Europa League.
Yeah, and Europa League, and Olympiacos now have got to come out, haven't they? The second leg, they can't just sit back because they haven't got a goal to sit on, so they have
Exactly.
to. So we'll see. So we'll go on to the other. So the second English team before we get on to Wolves, it is Manchester United, who got a 1-1 draw away at Club Brugge. I feel, all things considered, it's not a bad result for Man United. Obviously, I said they were going to win 2-1.
We all said that Man United would win.
Would win by a goal. They didn't win. It was 1-1, and Bruges very much showed what they can do, and they showed that Dennis up front scored a goal, and had actually a very good game against Man United. I thought Maguire and Lindelof couldn't really handle him, to be honest, which was a bit I just didn't understand because they deal with strikers like that all the time, but they just couldn't deal with Dennis. He had a few good chances, did score one, a good finish over Romero. Don't really understand what Sergio Romero's doing, to be honest, coming all the way out there, but he did. Weird to see him make a mistake because he doesn't really usually make any. But all things considered, it's a good result for United. They've got an away goal. Say back to Old Trafford, and I feel like if they play their strongest team, there was a few changes. Obviously, Mata, Lingard, Pereira all came in, all not having the greatest game. Lingard and Pereira actually getting dropped for the Watford game, completely out of the squad.
Okay.
So that shows how they played. But I feel like if Man United play the strongest team, not strongest team, but stronger team on Thursday, maybe bring Bruno Fernandes in, Eric Bailly, people like that, Matic, Fred, if they all start, then I feel like Man United should probably get through quite easily. Would you agree with that? Or?
I think so.
I think with him being at home now, I think they've got the...
Yeah. Bruges can show that they can score. Bruges have...
good side, I wouldn't underestimate them.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to be easy, but I feel like Bruges... But I feel like Man United will get through. Only just. I think they'll win by the odd goal again. I think it might just be like 1-0 Man United, I reckon, on Thursday night.
Yeah. Okay, so the next game we're going to talk about is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Espanyol. So we all agreed that Wolves would win with the struggle of Espanyol at the moment.
Maybe not to the extent that they actually did. 4-0, absolutely battered them.
Game over.
But yeah.
Like, it was... For Nuno Espirito Santo's side, it's been the 5 wins out of 6 at the Molineux this season in Champions League, in Europa League, and they've played 13 times this year. So, but it was a good side. It was a good game for them. The Diego Jota scored a hat trick. They played well as a team, to be fair.
Yeah,
and he got a match rating of 9, so that's quite.
That's very good.
Yeah, and then you saw a very trademark goal of Ruben Neves.
Yeah,
where he scores from outside of the box.
So I think Wolves have already got this tie sewn up. To be fair, we didn't see Espanyol scoring 4 against Wolves.
It'll be interesting to see how Wolves take the next.
Yeah, because they haven't got much squad depth of Wolves, but I feel like this could be a chance for maybe like Pedro Neto, Daniel Podence to get their first games. Maybe Morgan Gibbs White if he's fit. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they should still put a fairly good team out.
Yeah, because
they're going away from home.
Exactly, you just never know. But I feel like Wolves have got this sewn up, and they should be easily through to around the 16.
And then they'll be looking forward to the draw and seeing they could potentially get
draw on Friday, which is the day after. So now we're going to move further up north to the Scottish clubs. We'll leave Rangers Barga to the end because that was a very interesting game. We'll go over to Celtic and their draw with Copenhagen.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad result, to be fair. I think
it's similar to Man United really. They've got obviously the same result, but they've got there and they've got an away goal and they've. So
we backed Celtic, didn't we?
We did back Celtic to go through, and I still feel like they will.
I still think they could. Copenhagen, like we said in the last podcast, a good side, doing well, second in the league at the moment. So
yeah,
and
he said they don't really lose at home, so
that's true.
And therefore, and then Fraser Forster saved the penalty. I feel that's
a good point.
He's really because he at Southampton he was always a decent keeper. Then he went for a really rough spell where he just couldn't save anything. But now he got back up to Celtic and he's done really well. So yeah, it's a good result for Celtic. And I feel like they're gonna. What do you think, Lewis? Do you reckon they'll get through?
I think with them being at home for the second leg, I think it's
helps
a massive boost for them.
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to get through,
and I feel like they can take the Europa League.
Well, they can put more with them
because they are 12 points clear down the SPL.
Is it 12 now?
Yeah, because obviously the Rangers drew at the weekend to Kilmarnock, so I feel like they can. The league's not wrapped up, but I feel like we can risk players in the Europa League to try and get far, maybe in the quarterfinals to give themselves a good showing in the Europa League. So I feel like they can. I think they'll definitely get through, and I feel like they'll have a chance at this year's Europa League.
I mean, no easy place to go. Celtic.
Exactly.
Just misses out on our top 5 list.
Didn't miss out, but not one player likes to go to Celtic.
It's a very hostile atmosphere
on a Thursday night. Definitely. Not one player would like to go there. So
they've got the safe standing bit where there's always fans jumping.
There's always a fantastic support. So we're back to go through.
And our game of the night, Rangers.
Yeah, our game of the night, Rangers Braga. Well, we probably thought it was going to be a good game because Braga are a good side and Rangers are a good side as well.
But say I was checking the games. I was watching some other games, but to see that it was 2-0, I thought that'd be all wrapped up. But then
a second half comeback from Rangers.
I think it was a Haji masterclass, to be fair.
Yeah,
Like,
Braga went 2-0 up on like the 55th minute, and they were controlling the game. They had a few chances to score. Rangers didn't get going. So when it went 2-0 up, I'm thinking, and especially when our Braga hadn't lost in the last 10 before Thursday night, you were thinking, yeah, Braga got this wrapped up. They're going straight to the round of 16. But a Yanis Hadji inspired Rangers managed to pull it back, and they've got themselves something to hang on to when they go to Braga on Wednesday night, not Thursday night in the Europa League, Wednesday night in the Europa League. So, who are you backing? Are you still? We obviously backed Braga last week. Do you still back Braga, or do you reckon Rangers are going to get through? It's a tough one because Rangers. I don't know how they're going to play. Are they going to go there and say, you know what?
They've got no Alfredo Morelos as well.
Yes, that's always. Obviously, he's suspended for.
What else could it be? Really?
Yeah, he's not going to be injured. Is he? He's going to be suspended. But I don't. Without that main striker, will they just go? You know what? We've got a 1-goal lead to hang on to. Will they just hang on? And I feel like that's a dangerous game.
I think they'd have to go for it because they're having to go over to Portugal, but I don't think they'll be able to hold on.
Yeah. And plus, I would say with the Sox United, they're 12 points behind. The league is looking like it's not going to be their year this year. So why don't they go all out for the Europa League and try and get through? Because if they can go through against Braga, who are quite a good side, it'll give them a lot of confidence going into the next round if they get there.
As we spoke about early on, that they beat Wolves earlier on in the season, the group stage.
Yeah, but Braga did, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're no easy side. They really aren't. So,
but overall, I think they will get through.
Braga.
No, I think Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm still on the Braga side. I still think Braga are going to go through.
We need to be positive about these
British clubs.
Well,
we have been 4 out of 5. I think I just don't see it.
I hope Rangers.
Yeah, I'll probably say I do. Obviously, we want more British clubs in the Europa League. Like last week, I hope Rangers can get through.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't mind myself.
We'll see on Wednesday night.
You will, and I feel that's a good opportunity to plug our social media to catch up all on Wednesday night.
So we have got a Twitter and Instagram. The Twitter is at @EL_journey. So I'll be doing. There'll be weekly tweets, updates on some of on the British clubs and some of the other games. Also got on Instagram, which Tom runs.
Yeah, same name, EL Journey. You find us there. Lots of little fat files, keeping up to date with scores and all that.
Yeah, there's player moments. So
manager masterclasses
as well. And we've also got an upcoming website, which Lewis is going to tell us about.
So we've got a website at the moment. It's just being created at the moment. It's quite interactive. It's quite. I hope you find it interesting, and it's just so you can learn about the Europa League. Yeah. To be honest.
And actually, before we actually go, we have to touch on our game of the week, as we predicted last week was going to be Bayer Leverkusen Porto. Ended up being a 2-1 win for Bayer Leverkusen.
It was at home.
And
then Kai Havertz got a penalty.
Yeah.
Which you already spoke about, but it's a good result, to be fair. But
I think
Porto got the away goal.
I think it can't. It's weird saying it, but it's a good result for both teams.
Yeah.
Bayer Leverkusen have got a goal and they've got something to hang on to in Porto, but Porto with that 1-away goal, no, a 1-0 win does it for them. So I feel like
that is one to be looking out for.
I think both teams are going to go into that game confident they can get through. So I feel like Bayer Leverkusen Porto Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday night. I feel like it's going to be another good game, and we'll see who gets through. Who do you reckon is going to do it? Do you reckon Porto will get through, or do you reckon Bayer Leverkusen?
I think Bayer Leverkusen will edge it, to be honest.
Bayer Leverkusen will edge it. I'm going to go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go, Tom. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know really. I would probably edge towards Porto, but I'm not sure.
I'm on the same thing with Lewis. I think Bayer Leverkusen will just edge it, and I feel like they're going to do it.
So just to wrap up this weekly's podcast, we spoke about the grades. We've ranked them in our order. It might be controversial. Just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we put San Siro as number 1.
Yeah.
But obviously, if anyone disagrees, we're happy to answer any
That's
questions.
What the social media's for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give us a like, comment, everything like that.
Everything like that.
So we talked about our team of the week. If there's any others that you think should be in there,
if there's any players you just can't believe we've missed out, then keep on going. 100% in the comments.
And then we spoke about the recent results for the the first leg of the tie. So,
Yep.
and then we'll talk about what we think will happen. But we'll be back next week. So
Back next week for round of 32 roundup of everything, and also the round of 16 draw, which will be on.
Will that have happened?
Yeah,
this
that's on
is
that
Friday.
is on Friday. So
There we
next
go.
week podcast we'll talk about
All the
key,
reaction.
the key ties and what the best tie is, and see who's going to get through maybe to the quarterfinals. So yeah,
and very interesting.
We
Yeah.
might even throw in our predictions for the entire tournament at that point.
maybe
yeah,
yeah,
we'll see.
because we're getting to the business end of it now. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you can listen to us again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.